I'm gonna tell you a story about a little theme park I know. Universal Studios, Orlando. It was Christmas Eve 1994, the first time my family and I walked beneath this archway to one of the greatest places I've ever known. The place where I could be as close as possible to my favorite movies. It was the place a kid could be a kid, especially if he loved Beetlejuice, the Blues Brothers, Jaws, Back to the Future, and of course, my all-time favorite movie, Ghostbusters. Although many things have changed here at Universal Studios since those days, I have also not held an annual pass here since 2006. Today, I will walk underneath this archway once again into one of the greatest places I've ever known, into my happy place. I will become a patron once again. There is much ahead, my friends. Welcome to New York City, to the New York Public Library. Well, the fake facade of the New York Public Library. Not even 6 months ago, actually it was January, I was standing in front of the actual New York Public Library in Manhattan. I was in town making videos. Actually, I shot 6 videos in less than 48 hours. But one of the first places I went was the Ghostbusters Firehouse, my absolutely favorite filming location. This is the Ghostbusters Firehouse of Universal Studios. Well, now it has the Hollywood Rip Ride roller coaster shooting out of the middle of it, but once was the entryway to the Ghostbusters Spooktacular show. Ghostbusters themed stage show where you could see the actual end of the Ghostbusters film up on top of Dana Barrett's apartment, Spook Central, where the Ghostbusters face Gozer the Gargarian and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I can remember it like it was yesterday. The Ghostbusters pulling out their proton packs and blasting that big giant marshmallow head. Man, I wish it was still here. Unfortunately, the Ghostbusters Spooktacular closed, and followed it was Twister, the ride, themed after a good movie. I always liked Twister. But then now, this whole building, then Ghostbusters, then Twister, now the Jimmy Fallon ride, which is cool too, but it's still, to me, I wish the Ghostbusters were still here. I would like to point out that also that there is rumors that the Ghostbusters might be returning to Universal Studios this fall at Halloween Horror Nights. I've been seeing it online. It is just a rumor, but if it does happen, I will be the first in line. Oh my gosh, look who's pulling straight in front of the Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Again,
it's Marilyn Monroe.
Make your way all the way down. Now all of my background talent, everyone from the Priscilla.
Hey Marilyn.
To the park and
oh wow.
To the corner. Anytime.
Look at that Cadillac.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are in luck. We are just about to rehearse a scene from Marilyn Monroe's newest, yet to be titled feature film.
hope you enjoyed our first adventure back inside of Universal Studios. Now there's much ahead still to do today. Let's go explore the park a little further. Well, if you're gonna have pizza in New York City, you better come to Louie's. Pizza! Pepperoni pizza, my absolutely favorite thing to eat in the whole wide world. I grabbed it at Louie's and I came across the street to Siegler Brothers warehouse. I think I'm gonna find a spot over here in this back alley. I found a good spot to eat some pie. As good as any, right? In the back alley of this warehouse. Yep, gotta have me some pizza. Time to get the band back together. The Blues Brothers are in town. Drove all the way from Chicago. Let's go check them out.
How'd you do that? It's the big one. All right, everybody raise your hand. Everybody get one hand in the air. Everybody, you're all gonna dance and show your hands up there. Get your foot, push it out. Here we go. That's it. I'm a soul man. See, it's not that top. You're a soul man. That's everybody. I'm a soul man. She's doing it better than you, sir. You're a soul man. Hey, hey. Sometimes I feel a little side inside. When the big mystery's made, never got a place to hide. You. Sing with us. I need you. I need you. I need you.
This photograph was taken on my very first trip to Universal Studios in '94. That's my little brother and I, standing with Jake Blues, Elwood's over there, driving the cruiser. This is the exact spot of that photo. It's changed a little bit, but you can definitely tell by the mantle post there at the bottom of the staircase. And if you go up and look at the bricks on the right there, and you can see the ladder, all that right there is still the same. But very cool to be standing in the same spot I did almost 25 years ago. Now, I'm pretty sure that this was not here in 1994. Well, I sure don't have a memory of it. I'm getting pretty parched, and I heard that there's a place to get a beverage right through those doors. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Actually, Diagon Alley to be precise. And this is where I'm trying to find a beverage. A butterbeer beverage. Wait a minute, what's back here? I don't think I'm supposed to go there. Let's get some butterbeer. There's plenty of it on tap. I'm ready to rack. I mean, what am I talking about? Man, I must be really thirsty. It's such a beautiful day here in Diagon Alley. Cheers, my friends. Cheers. Welcome to Gringotts. There's a ride inside this building, but I'm more concerned with this motorcycle. Alright, let's see if this thing starts. Oh, there it was! Woo! You're going to need a roller coaster cart to ride the Simpsons ride. But back in 1994, you would need something a little more different. A DeLorean. Here's a photo from 2004. It had been 10 years after I visited Universal Studios for the first time. Here's my brother and my little cousins, Allie and Macy, on YouTube. I have found the very exact spot. It would be today Quickie Mart. Back then it would have been also the gift store for Back to the Future. And if you look at the windows up here, they are exactly the same, and also you can tell by the columns and the floor. And just a few feet away, it still sits here, the DeLorean time machine. And if you're a Back to the Future fan, you can tell by the Mr. Fusion, this one is from part 2. And from the third film, Back to the Future 3, Dr. Emmett Brown's time machine, the Jules Verne train. And this is actually from the movie, folks. So cool, still sitting here. All these years later, I don't remember it sitting here. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but in 1994, first time I visited a park, I feel like it was on the opposite side of what would have been the Back to the Future attraction now, the Simpsons ride. Speaking of the Simpsons, here they are right here, doing a photo op. Hey Bart! Jebediah Springfield, the founder of good old Springfield. Uh-oh, looks like someone had an accident. Oh no. Ruh-roh, Shaggy! Here comes the mystery machine! Oh, that's awesome.
Ah, E.T. Trouble. That's right, E.T. So why don't you show these people how we're going to get you back to the green planet?
Well guys, unfortunately, this is going to be the end of it. I had such a wonderful time for my first day back here at Universal Studios as a season pass holder. There's going to be much ahead in here. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. There's still so much to see. But also, I did obtain a season pass for Universal's Island of Adventure. So there's much ahead here still at Universal Studios, and also much ahead at Islands of Adventure. Thank you for joining me. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because you never know where I'm gonna go. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll see you next time. There is much ahead, my friends. Always much ahead. If you find yourself hunting for some vintage Universal Studios memorabilia, you gotta come to the Film Vault across from Optimus Prime here. American Graffiti, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Gremlins, Jurassic Park, Jaws, and Alfred Hitchcock. Check out the Bloody Bates Motel tiles.